Spirit communication seeks to prove to humanity that all life survives death. It seeks to encourage us to reflect upon life, upon our beliefs and actions, and take responsibility for the evolution of our spiritual nature. Spirit trusts us, and we need to trust Spirit, and look at it as an opportunity to explore mediumistic abilities instead of being defeated by beliefs that nothing happens by chance. The spirit world is a part of everything and everyone. Frank Lee, one of the pioneers of mediumistic spirit art, once said, "When spirit came to him, they sat for him. He could see them. If I captured the eyes, if I captured their essence, I captured everything. The soul is in the eyes." The Ritz Theater in Haddon Township, New Jersey, is hosted by an amazing team, the Parasite Experience, and I enjoy working with them. And when they offered me and Anthony Simonelli to come in and do an evening of spirit art and investigate with this team, and they allowed the public to come in, they sold tickets for the event, and it was fantastic. But the highlight for me, when I was up on stage and I was doing my presentation, was when Paul, he arrived a little late, but as he was walking in, he walked in on a part of me talking about the theater and what I felt and what I experienced. And he mentioned to the audience that he had a picture of a Spanish man with a mustache, an apparition that he captured on his camera in the back of the theater. Now, it struck a chord with me because I know on February 27th, which is months prior, when I was focusing in on the Ritz Theater in one of my sessions, and I asked Spirit to step close, I sketched a Spanish man with a thick mustache, heavy set. And I didn't say it to anybody. I kept it in my book because I said when I get to the theater in April, I wanted to see if this could be validated or make sense to anyone in the audience, or even the Parasite team members. Maybe they've captured something. So when Paul comes in and he mentions that right in the middle of my talk, I go, wait, come here. And I had my book right on stage, so I handed it to him. He puts his photo, his cell phone with the photo right next to my picture, and he let out a curse word because he's like, holy. And yeah, it was validation right there for a sketch I did in February where it made sense, okay? And that to me is a validation point where, you know, this is what me asking Spirit to step close, allow me to draw them and see if it makes sense. And it made sense right there. And the cell phone and the sketch was passed around the audience, and it was awesome. It was an experience I'll never forget. And I really thank Paul for sharing that and for capturing that. So this is his account.
On March 11th, I went for the first time to the Ritz Theater Company in Haddon, New Jersey. I took my friend Ada Iris Sotelo. She's a sensitive, and I've taken her to several different places, and she's picked up on a lot of confirmed apparitions without even knowing the location. This night was particularly quiet. I did not take my pendulum with me, so I did not communicate with anyone. I only had my voice recorder and my cell phone. Iris, as I call her, asked me to come to the left side of the theater. She starts looking for someone, and she goes, "Peru, there's a Latino man in here. He's acting like he's the owner and he doesn't like us here." I ask if he's in the room, and she says, "I don't know, but he's not happy." I am looking around trying to get EVPs, but I get nothing after listening to my recorder. I took 2 pictures with my cell phone, one with flash and one without. I did not see anything special initially, and I put my phone away. Hours later, we were comparing pictures, and one of our special guests, David Childers, looked at many of them and said to most, I know I'm paraphrasing, "I don't see anything." So I decided to look at the ones I took, and there it was. I see what looks like a guy with a heavy mustache, and just looking at me as if he was hiding. I showed it to Childers, and he had to take a second look because it was a legitimate catch. Fast forward to April 14th. I showed up late, of course, to the Ritz in the middle of Mr. Moschella and Anthony Simonelli speaking to the audience about their experiences and their drawings. It was very interesting, as I was curious as part of the paranormal. Richard was talking about what he picked up at the theater, and he mentioned the left side of the stage and the presence of the person there. Immediately, I raised my hand, and I mentioned what my friend Iris picked up there. Richard calls me to the stage, and he shows me a drawing. This drawing. I was shocked and almost jumped out of my skin. I wrestled with my camera to look for my picture, and I showed it to him, and he was shocked. We ran a comparison with Anthony, and the audience we all saw the resemblance. And we were investigating the theater. I get a text from Jenny. She screams in the text, "Is this the same guy?" She shows me this picture. Put the message on him, and you can see the resemblance as well. 3 different mediums, one same image. It cannot be a coincidence.